Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Let's get to it. So, we just got to the camping spot at Threshold. The old elf stands frozen. It is unclear whether he is listening closely to the sounds coming from the fortress, contemplating something, or just dozing. Upon hearing your footsteps, he respectfully ducks his head. Commander, how did you end up right in the thick of battle? The storyteller smiles softly. This is not my first battle, Commander. I know how to defend myself, and the thunder of a fight has never stopped me from getting into another adventure. I have come to witness great things, and some unsightly demons will not dare to get in my way. Will you help us in battle? A blind man is hardly what you will need when storming a fortress. I will stay here, among the soldiers guarding the gates against uninvited guests. If you manage to seize any artifacts whose nature you wish to know, bring them to me, and I'll read their stories. What do you think lies ahead for me? My gift is useless here. This story has yet to be written, and the quill is in your hands, Commander. I appreciate you coming here, right to the heart of the fight. How could I miss a story like this? I wish to witness it, not listen to the retelling in years to come. I found a page that might interest you. Another page, where you already learned my entire story. Could it be? Yeah, this is the one we've already saw before. That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you for your stories. And I have to go. Defend the foothold until our last breath? No one can handle this better than us. Whew. Hopping from one rock to another is exhausting. We'll make our stand here. The sword of valor is fluttering in the wind, triumphantly. The artifact, created by years of hard work of the servants of Polara and the efforts of the finest spellcasters of the Crusade, glows with a mysterious light. The starlit astrolabe seems to be looking forward to the hour when it can release its power and unleash it on the demons. Awaken the artifact. It is time to clear the sky over Threshold. Okay. Pretty sure that's another thing that needs to be done for Ascension.
This is it. The last fortress. It's been a long road from the river city to here. We walked and walked and walked along the road. And suddenly, there's no more road.
Are you ready for battle?
Nobody is ready. It will be scary. Very scary. In the last fortress, all the lies will end, and the truth will rise. It's scary, but it's good.
Truth? Lies? What are you talking about?
Nobody knows what will happen next. People are afraid of the future, so that's why they make it up. They lie to themselves so it's not so scary. They convince themselves and others of the things they make up. But one day the future will come. The story ends, for better or worse. When everything's already happened, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. And there's no reason to lie.
What are you going to do when the war is over?
People used to call me a fool, a vagrant, and a beggar. Now they call me holy. It's so strange, because I'm just an ordinary little girl. But you know what's bad? I can see that some people are afraid of me. And some come to me and ask me if I'll punish other people for them. It's all so silly. It would probably be best if I go away somewhere, to a place where nobody knows me. They won't be afraid, they won't revere me, they won't ask me to work miracles. We've been on a long journey together, but it's at an end now. When we win, a new journey will begin.
Let's go. It's time to fight.
Hear that, Soot? It's time.
The crow looks at you with its clever black eyes and calls loudly.
Chief, is there any chance, even a tiny one, that we can just call this whole thing off now and go home? Before, I would have just made a run for it, but I can't do that now. Something is holding me back, and I really don't like the thought of leaving you high and dry. See what you turned me into?
Have I turned you into a hero? Maybe.
If you want to send me to the front line, I ain't going, so don't even try that hero stuff on me. I'm gonna fight because I don't want to die. And because we're kind of friends now. And don't you go getting yourself killed either. I can't stand being sad, so just don't do that to me.
I promise you'll have no cause to be sad.
And I won't be. At least not for long. I've got plans, you know. Lots of them, like getting rich. I won't have time to be crying over dead heroes. But if you do survive, I'll make sure to cut you in. That reminds me, the Tiefling's merchandise is still at your disposal. So don't be afraid to ask if you find yourself in need of something.
You know what? I'm wondering, did they give him anything new? Ghost Sting, was that there before? +2, so it probably was. Okay, this looks like mostly trash. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't get anything of real significance, okay.
Not a bad spot to end this war. Formidable, menacing. It has a certain style about it. Seeing as our contract is coming to an end, Commander, let me just say that you are the most impressive client I've ever had the pleasure to work with. And a highly lucrative pleasure it's been, too.
You don't regret taking me up on my offer?
Of course not. Where else would I have had so many adventures? Besides, it's thanks to you that I've been able to add so many accomplishments to my service record, which will boost my rates in the future. You know, it's jobs like this, the ones that are both fun and pay well, that make me love what I do.
Don't tell me you've crawled right into the maw of the abyss for the sake of gold.
Huh. Well, it sure wasn't in the name of Iomedae. Of course, money's not the be-all and end-all. You dimwits need someone with a clear head on your side, someone to watch your back. I know how you hero types love sacrificing yourselves at the drop of a hat.
Greybor struggles to maintain his deadpan expression, but his mouth breaks into a smile despite his efforts. Time is money. We shouldn't squander it.
Now you're talking. Why don't you show me who it is we need to kill to win this war? Areelu Vorlesh? I'll wish that lady sweet dreams with unalloyed pleasure.
Don't expect me to do all the work. This entire crusade can curl up and die for all I care.
So this is it then. The final push. The last battle where the great heroes will vanquish Areelu Vorlesh and close the Worldwound, ridding Golarion of a deadly threat. That is how the Chronicles will tell it, I'm sure. You know very well, my friend, that this was never my war. I was merely following the person who offered me protection. I could not have cared less where you led me. And I still do not care about the cause for which we are fighting. I probably ought to have cast you off, rather than lay my head on the chopping block alongside yours. But I've grown attached to you now. I don't like the idea of you perishing in this place. That is why I shall help you win.
Thank you for your honesty, Camellia.
Don't thank me. Not here, not now. I simply felt that I ought to tell you the truth. Nothing more. It seems I have grown overly sentimental after all our travels.
Now's not the time for doubts. Together, we will win.
Rush headlong into battle, come what may? I approve of this plan.
I am calculating the likelihood of your victory. Taking into consideration the fortifications of Threshold, the long period it has been under demon control, and Areelu Vorlesh, who is personally overseeing the defense, I would give the Crusaders a 30% chance of success at most. Of course, the presence of an illustrious scholar of Golarion in your ranks, meaning me, immediately increases your chances by 5%.
Are you afraid?
Fear is an unproductive emotion that typically gets in the way of a good experiment. And I have never indicated that I do not support my loyal follower in his battle against the demons. I simply calculated your chances of success.
I think it's hilarious that she still calls you her follower after all this time. Whatever our chances, we're not backing down.
If you win, I'll make sure to mention you in my encyclopedia. Aha! With that as an incentive, your chances have increased by 5%. Consider this my contribution to your victory.
At last, this irksome crusade is drawing to a close.
Darren's smile reveals nothing beyond his usual genteel insouciance.
All right, it hasn't been that irksome. All in all, it was a fine adventure, and the company was more than adequate. The most important outcome of today, of course, will be that I shall be immortalized in works of art depicting the Fifth Crusade as the most attractive crusader.
I see you're not afraid of the fight ahead. It's only a battle against the worst horrors of the Worldwound, after all.
Perhaps I should reconsider. No, others can be afraid. But I know who our leader is and what he is capable of. I have never seen you fail to rise to a challenge, no matter how impossible. So leave me and my optimism be. We will win. If anyone should be afraid, it is the wretches inside Threshold.
Well then, onward to victory.
And to the victory feast, I trust?
Greetings. Allow me to congratulate you on leading the armies of the Fifth Crusade to its decisive confrontation. Excellent. At last, a real achievement and a genuine chance of victory.
Here we are at Threshold. The final battle and the resolution of the Worldwound problem is at hand. Are you happy?
I suppose I am. Being happy is not in my nature, but for the first time in years, I feel something akin to that emotion. It would be interesting to analyze what I experience when I see the criminal Areelu Vorlesh defeated, the demons ousted, and the Worldwound closed at last. It promises to be an exceptional moment.
A rare note of contemplation appears in Regel's voice. It's been an honor to fight alongside you, Regel.
And for me as well, Commander. For me as well.
Regel offers you a sharp salute. It's time. Get ready for a bitter fight.
I am always ready.
Regel nods gravely.
You know what's crazy? I never thought this moment would come so soon. It feels like only yesterday we were trying to bring a blazing Canabras under control, and now we're standing on the cusp of our last battle. Threshold. This isn't how I imagined it. I thought I'd be running happily toward death and trying to do something particularly heroic so I could go out in style. But now I'm thinking about how we have to win and go back to Dresden because there's so much work still to do there.
We're definitely not going to die. I have a good feeling about this.
Me too. You've got a whole army behind you, and we're all ready to win. If we fail now, when we've got this far, then that means the Crusades were always doomed to fail. We've been going easy on these demons for too long, don't you think? It's time to show them one last time what Golarions are capable of.
this is where it all ends. When I first crossed paths with you in Neathholm, I never thought I'd end up in the very heart of the Worldwound. You certainly know how to enjoy yourself. I suppose now is the time to thank you for that. After everything we've gone through together, it's strange to think that I once planned to spend my whole life in those horrible catacombs under Cronobris. I know this won't sound much in the spirit of the Crusade, but betraying Hosilla was the best decision of my life.
Have you already decided what you'll do after we win?
Of course! I'll find the largest pile of spoils, sit down on it, and scare off anyone who even thinks of stealing any of it. It's almost as if you don't know me at all.
It's time. Let's show them what the underground crusaders are made of.
Our years of exile have given us quite the score to settle. And today, the demons will pay for everything.
Sela's horse is here for some reason.
There it is. The heart of the wound. The source of all the evil that has been wrought here over the last 100 years. It all began here. And we will end it here. If Areelu Vorlesh had never opened the Worldwound, I would never have ended up on Golarion. I would never have met Desna. Or you. I would never have embarked on the path of good. This invasion has killed so many innocent people, but it has also led to my redemption. It means my freedom has been bought with thousands of innocent lives. But I will do everything in my power to help you close this abomination, so that no one else has to die.
Now you're shouldering the guilt for all the victims of the invasion? Isn't that too much for one Arushale to handle?
It's not about guilt. It's just that I am ashamed to take any joy in my freedom, knowing that this terrible war was the cause of it. Everyone would have been better off if the Worldwound had never been opened. But then I would have remained a monster. Perhaps one day I will atone for all the evil I did. But it took a far greater evil to make my redemption even possible.
What are you going to do after we win?
I now have a dream of my own. I will pursue it.
You defeated the abyss within yourself. After such a feat, routing its armies will be a breeze.
I did not do it alone. You have led your army to victory, and me to my dream.
Are you ready? Then to battle.
I am ready. Let the abyss tremble in fear.
Alright. We could go downstairs and sleep, but honestly, I don't feel like that'll be necessary, so we're just gonna move forward. At the gates of Threshold, the darkness is dense and viscous, like a brew in a cauldron. The darkness seems to devour all light pouring in from outside. But the danger lies not only within. The companions you don't take into the final battle will remain here to guard the approach to Threshold, and they must be ready to fight as well. Look into the darkness. For a moment, you think you can see blurred silhouettes inside, but then you realize that it was just your eyes playing tricks on you. Whatever is lurking in this darkness, it now lies low, waiting for you. Enter the fortress. Oh, so my people lost health, huh? Interesting. I don't remember them having lost all that health at the end of our last battle, but yeesh. Alright, but everybody still got their buffs. Okay. Well, that's all that really matters. So,
I'll take care of it.
That's excellent. And then boom, boom, is okay, so there's Scroll of Greater Restoration. Who was using that? Was it you? Nope, it can't be used by you. It was you. No, can't be used by you either. Oh, it was the Lich. Okay. Quicken. Ninth level maximized. I don't think we need that. So we'll take this. And let's see if this will work. Can't, oh wait. It can't be used by the Lich either. Oh, whoops, what was I looking at? So wait, none of them can use it? No, I know I've used it. So who can? Really? None of us can use Scroll of Greater Restoration. Well, that kind of sucks. Yeesh, I guess I should have rested. But, oh well, we're just gonna run with it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and my wand wasn't up to snuff either. Oof. Oh well. Guess we're going in half cocked. All right. You hear the sound of laughter, and then the lady in shadow begins to speak. You do not disappoint, my chosen. Your performance has been flawless. I hope you will continue to impress me, and that you will do what needs to be done in the end. Stop playing games. I do not belong to you, and neither will my victory. Sure, whatever makes you feel better about yourself. What do you want from me? Isn't it customary among mortals for a noble lady to bless her knight before the final battle? Well, why can I not do the same? Do you know what lies ahead? Better than anyone, and yet not well enough. You are about to confront the most lethal, powerful, and capable servant I've ever had. She is unmatched in her abilities, but you are her creation, her masterpiece. You're the only one who stands a chance of stopping her. The creation must surpass the creator. If you truly desire victory, why don't you join the battle yourself? Why? You are doing perfectly well on your own. Everything is going exactly as I had hoped. I have to go. In the past, you have rejected my profane gift. But the situation is different now. You face a dangerous enemy, and you will need all the help you can get. So for the first time in the many ages of my existence, I will offer my patronage a second time. You spurned me once, but now I will ask you again. If you accept my power, I will protect you during your fight against Areelu Vorlesh. If you refuse, you will face her alone and die. What will you choose? What is a profane gift?
Every succubus can bestow her dark patronage upon whomever she likes. My magic will enter your being and enhance your already exceptional abilities. It will also allow me to watch over you and, if you are in mortal peril, help you. It will not make me your guardian demon, but you can expect to receive some aid from me. Furthermore, there is one more aspect to a profane gift. It allows the succubus to affect the mind of whoever is under her protection. You have proven to be trustworthy, and so I will not exploit this by invading your thoughts. Others, however, will not be so kind to you. If a powerful demoness charms you with her magic and grants you her profane gift, you will become her toy. A mortal can only have the patronage of one succubus, and I would rather give you mine than leave your enemies a chance to cause you harm.
I don't need your gift. You will regret your decision. In your moment of defeat, you will remember the victory that could have been yours. But your keen insight pleases me. You are defiant, headstrong, and driven, just like me. I do not yield to the power of others. I refuse to give up my independence, and it seems that you are the same. We have so much in common. Is it possible that you are more deserving of my gift than the obedient servants who subjugate themselves to my will? Yes, I think I will give you my gift after all. I have woven this wreath from the darkest, most insidious shadows of the abyss. Wear it as a sign of my respect. Nocticula falls silent, but you hear a pure, clear voice, the voice of Iomade. Her words resound in your ears like a roll of thunder. You have made the right choice. Your soul has the strength and fortitude to cast aside the Lady in Shadow's lies. There's hope for you yet. I wish you good fortune, Crusader. Go forth and do what must be done. How? How is Iomade giving me positive words of encouragement when I have turned Galfrey into my undead slave? How is this possible? Clearly, Iomade is deeply problematic. Holy smokes, this chick needs to be replaced. What is Darkness Caresses? Is that what she said she got me? What is this? This headband of perfection +8 allows its wearer to add their charisma bonus to all damage dealt by ranged weapons. That's actually pretty cool. So it's this. Now, here's the question. Oh yeah, so that's actually is even better than Clasp of Death for me. Why? I can't remember ever having gotten this before. That's interesting. Delamere, what's your charisma like? You've got a +7, and this is a +6 from wisdom. You'll benefit from this as well. Yeah, this should help you out. Okay, now let's go ahead and move forward. For an entire century, we've been protecting mortal kind from you accursed demons. We are the warriors of the Ward Stone who have been set free, and we are here to honor the debt to our liberator. Well. No, I do not believe that we're going to need turn-based for this. And you know what? We'll do that. And she can turn on this, and we probably need some haste. We do. Go, you're down. What, there's some people over there? Yeah. What is all that laughing? Ooh, they put holy aura on us. Isn't that nice? That looks like a bunch of nothing. You saved us from being imprisoned in the corrupted Ward Stone, and we have come to repay you. Our vigil has not ended yet. Worship me, okay? Why does it seem like the Lich is right up front? Is that my imagination? Yeah, okay, I guess it's my imagination. Excellent. Commander, are these demons bothering you? May I remove them? Still got haste on? Yes, we do. Whoops, no. Why can't I? Holy smokes, they took over my will? That's deeply problematic. Down. And now my Lich is right up front. There we go. Now I can use them. Excellent. They meant to harm you, and you were kind to me. I hope I helped. Alright, more trash. Elven no page. If for whatever reason you weren't able to max out storyteller's stuff beforehand. There's an extra page in here. We could head back out at this point and have a conversation with them to get that last page and combine the what you call it? The lexicon. There we go. The lexicon of paradox. We could go back out, give them that last page to make it easier for us to be able to combine this. We're just going to eat whatever this trap is. Oh, lovely. Oh, he died for real, for real? Annoying. Back, is he with us? Salt and Vein, he is. I'm not gonna bother with your bus right now, bro. We'll deal with it at a later time. Oh, you're not doing well either. Whoops. And you need a little bit more. Boom. Pretty sure this this map, when you get to a certain area, it's gonna automatically heal you up as if you had rested. So at that point, I can apply all the buffs and whatnot back on people. Actually, though, you know what? It's only going to irritate me if you don't have at least this on. Put on that. We'll put on that. We got that. There we go. Now we'll just move forward. I really thought I had a way to put on greater restoration, but I guess not. And we'll put on, yeah, we'll put on this version. There we go. Let's go ahead with it. Why is the Lich getting so close? What is the problem? There we go. Doom, 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 doom. Excellent. Okay.
We do it my way.
I think there's a trap up here. We can stop that. Actually, you know what? I probably need to manually take control of Castiglia. There we go.
We should move.
Ooh, look at that, healing them all for 30 plus. Yep, those Lich buffs really help.
Follow if you dare.
Awesome. Integrity compromised. Planner balance factor displaced. Maintain the structure at any cost. Maintain the structure. The quivering pile of metal bears little resemblance to a living creature. The voice that addresses you is the only sign of its sentience. Identification process complete. Crusaders recognized. Crusaders are enemies of Areelu Vorlesh. Initiating protocol. Communication with a potential ally. Step 1. A request. Crusader, I ask you to attack and kill me. Who are you? Name. Imezlen. Creature type. Inevitable. Status. Prisoner. Objective. Termination. Why do you want me to kill you? Necessity. My existence sustains the energies and the integrity of the Threshold Fortress. The Threshold Fortress protects Areelu Vorlesh. Conclusion. My existence sustains the enemies of order. My existence must be terminated. Obstacle. Existing protocols. Self-destruction is prohibited. Self-defense is permitted. If you attack me, you will activate my self-defense protocols. I will defend myself. I will be destroyed in battle. This scenario fulfills the objective and does not contradict existing protocols. Conclusion. The Crusaders need to reach the most secure areas of the Threshold Fortress. My death will cause the collapse of the Threshold's defenses. Therefore, the Crusaders must terminate my existence in order to achieve their objective. Risk assessment. My death may cause some of the fortress's exterior structures to collapse. It may become difficult to return to the entrance of the fortress. Can you explain to me in detail what will happen if you die? Chaos will prevail. The defensive and load-bearing magical structures that sustain the integrity of the Threshold will be destroyed. There's a high risk that the fortress's exterior walls and gates will collapse. However, my death will also destroy the defenses around the heart of Threshold, where Areelu Vorlesh is situated. The heart of Threshold is the heart of the Worldwound. This location is currently inaccessible to the Crusaders. Therefore, the Crusaders require my termination. I want to ask you some questions. Initiating protocol. Provide information to a potential ally. I am ready to respond. How did you get here? I was on a deep reconnaissance mission. I was sent by the Axiomites of the Axis to investigate a strange new disturbance in the Threshold Fortress, but I was captured by Areelu Vorlesh and her demonic allies. Since then, I have remained both her prisoner and her test subject. The Inevitable's existence is used to stabilize the structures that sustain the Threshold Fortress. What can you tell me about Threshold? The Threshold Fortress is a central location of the load-bearing magical structures that enable the Worldwound's existence. The Threshold Fortress is the most stable part of the wound, the only part that is minimally affected by the principal chaos of the Abyss. This paradox should not lead to confusion. The Threshold Fortress remains in a state of quiescence, but it is not its natural state. Areelu Vorlesh uses external sources of power to prevent its destabilization. This is the purpose I unwillingly serve. I supply the power necessary to sustain the Threshold Fortress. What can you tell me about Areelu? Areelu Vorlesh, formerly a mortal woman, now a half-demon in possession of mythic powers. Threat level, comparable to Demon Lords. Psychological profile, extremely unstable. Her capacity for deep analysis and understanding coexists with her predisposition to manias and fixations. Conclusion. Areelu Vorlesh is an enemy of order, and is therefore subject to termination. What can you tell me about the Worldwound? A comprehensive account of all the data I've collected on this phenomenon will take, by my calculations, 4 days, 6 hours, and 35 minutes. An account of this duration is unacceptable under the current circumstances. Proceeding to recount key points and key points only. Point 1. The Worldwound is an artificially created planar rift. It is an intersection between the material plane and the plane of the Abyss. The Worldwound allows demons to travel freely from the Abyss to Golarion, and it also creates a favorable environment for magical cataclysms, anomalies, and phenomena. Point 2. The Worldwound's existence was only made possible as a result of the criminal acts of Areelu Vorlesh. On 2 occasions, she conducted a ritual to bind a mortal soul, once with the essence of the Abyss and once with a demonic soul. The soul-binding ritual acts as the framework for the intersection of the planes. If this ritual is reversed, the soul will be severed from its bond, and the material plane will be severed from the Abyss. This process will likely result in the termination of the bonded soul. The prognosis for its owner's survival, unfavorable. Point 3. The Worldwound is an unprecedented violation of world order and a powerful weapon of chaos. The Worldwound must be removed at all costs. I have no more questions. I await your decision. Attack. I will grant your request. Let's fight. I thank you, ally. It will be an honor to die in battle. Whoa. I was about to say, I see a whole lot of misses. What's the problem, y'all? Chart, get your behind up on your horse. There we go. Ooh. Are you kidding me? Ah, that's what I get for not paying attention. Will he automatically come back? Pretty sure I can't rest in here. God dog it. Oh, I can rest in here. I can? Oh yeah, I could rest in here. Alright, fine. We'll revive him later. Shards of several dozen large diamonds. They appear to have been used in an unsuccessful attempt to cast spells. An empty stand that may have once held a large crystal. A small diagram of a tower next to a quick sketch of a room with a large crystal in the center. A resurrection scroll that has been ripped to pieces. Papers with erratically scribbled calculations and formulas. The words "our promise" are written repeatedly in the margins. All right, let's make sure we're all the way healed up. Something about this strange place feels oppressive. The air is still and silent, yet you can hear the distant echoes of words, promises, and battle cries. You strain to hear what's being said, but you can only make out a few words. Finally, "See, sorcerer, I promise. I promise."
Can't be dismissed as a calculation error. You knew failure was a possibility. Then why? Why?
I need answers.
Yes, it's decided. I will tell you the truth before we fight to the death. Would you like to know why I upended your life?
Speak.
This place is my demi-plane. I created it when I was a prisoner in Threshold. I would slip away to conduct my rituals here in secret. This is where I decided to create what mortals would later call the Worldwound. This is where I made all my preparations. Do you understand? Escaping was never my goal. I could have easily disappeared from Threshold. I could have passed through it like water through sand, but that wasn't my goal. Some believe that I brought Sarkoris to ruin out of revenge, and I suppose there is some truth to that. I did have reason for revenge. You've been to this secret part of my laboratory and know what I'm talking about. Or at least you have an inkling. My laboratory. The old house in the middle of nowhere that marked the entrance to my lab. It was the home of Areelu Vorlesh when I was still a mere mortal. I lived there with my son, away from the din of the crowd, and sheltered from the keen gaze of the Sarkorian witch hunters. It was a place where the reality of our world was in close proximity to the abyss. A place where I could study the magic forbidden to all Sarkorians. I thought I had hidden my home well, but I was wrong. They found it. They found us. At that hour, I was there, in the laboratory. That damned laboratory I loved so much. I was absorbed in one of my experiments when the hunters arrived on our doorstep. I was sitting at my desk, recording my observations, thoughts, and calculations, as was my habit. That's when I heard the noise outside. The fight was brief. It barely lasted a moment. By the time I sensed that something was amiss and hurried out to see what was happening, it was too late. All I could do was cradle the body of my dead child and cry after their departing soul. I promise.
Why did the Sarkorian hunters attack your son?
Because they saw him with a scroll that he had secretly borrowed from my supply. He was trying to perform a forbidden ritual. children. They are always drawn to the unknown. But for the Threshold Hunters, this child playing with a magical trinket he stole from an adult was just as much of a criminal as the worst demon worshippers.
What does all of this have to do with me?
Nothing, as it turns out.
Areelu responds with some bitterness.
Look around you. This demi-plane. The first time I escaped from my cell and ran here, I was trying to resurrect my son. I tried many things, but all my efforts were in vain. The soul had already received Pharasma's judgment and had been sent on the path determined by the gods. Into the abyss. And when I realized that, I rebelled. But not against my jailers. Not against those who had murdered my child. Not even against Sarkoris. My uprising was against destiny. Death and the laws that the gods had forced upon our lives. I realized then that I wouldn't be satisfied with simply returning my son to life. I had to shatter this order once and for all. And make it so that neither Pharasma and her lackeys, nor death itself could ever stand between us. Only by stepping beyond the bounds of what had been ordained for mortal kind. By obtaining powers that rivaled the divine, could we become free. And with this newfound purpose, I turned myself into a half-demon. Fusing the spiritual essence of the two planes was the only way I could achieve my goal. I let the abyss into my soul, and into this world. I opened the world wound. I danced around 3 demon lords, making them assist me without ever revealing my true intentions. They just believed they were dealing with another power-hungry mortal. But in reality, I was after one thing. I wanted to find what was left of my son's soul and give him a new birth. One that would prevent anything from ever harming him again. And then I found you. I chose you because I felt a faint affinity to you. I thought your soul could accept the remains of my son's soul like the soil takes a seed. I thought I could bring back my child by tethering the mangled remnants of his soul to a pure mortal soul untouched by the abyss. I thought the power of the Nahindrian crystals would allow me to protect him forever. That I could tear him away from the dominion of mortal nature. But I was mistaken in both assumptions. Now I'm about to face the consequences of my mistake. You will witness them as well.
Level 10 Lich. I'll take it. Okay. I think this battle was kind of tough. That. Okay, and what's this? Empowered. Maximized. Excellent. Take that off. And actually, no, you know what? We'll hit you with a double dose. There we go. That did some pretty good damage. Alright, now you can run up to him. And that's that. Excellent. Well, that was rude. There we go. Excellent. You gonna come forward? Nope. She will. We are hasted. Excellent. So I guess she'll run over there. Fails to overcome, but at least you revealed them. So wait a minute. Okay, oh, that's him. Cool. So you can't get around. You can't charge her, right? Yeah. Alright, so we'll just have to run around there. Couple hits, a lot of misses. Oh well. And Delamere, where are you? Delamere's here. Okay. So she's not particularly closer to that one. So one hit. That's it. Okay, back around to the Lich. No more quicken rods, so we'll just do that one. And blow you all up. Come on. There we go. As good as it's gonna get. You gotta come all the way around as well. So it is what it is. Run, 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 run. Ooh. That was unfortunate. You got on your song. You know what? Let's give it another whirl. Fails to overcome. Huh. Oh yeah, she's not gonna. Wait, actually. She could have. She just rolled a 1. Oh, okay. Seriously? Did I give you? Oh, you know what? You probably need magic weapon. I forgot. Oh, well. Delamere will make up for it. Oh, you didn't have enough to take him out? Oh, well. Let's give this another whirl. And there we go. Very, very nice.
I'm off.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do this. What am I missing? Anything? School mastery. I don't need that. Oh, I could get mythic brew potions because I think I already got regular brew potions. What abilities? Oh, I could get archmage armor, but I'm not really interested in that. Yeah, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and get mythic brew potions just to make sure I can create everything I want to. This doesn't matter at all. Whatever. Delamere, do you need anything really? Oh, you could get mythic sneak attacker. I didn't realize I didn't give you that. Rapid shot mythic. Did you get oh, you got flawless attacks. Okay, so yeah. Let's go ahead and get you mythic sneak attacker. Why not? You. What do you need? Power attack. Do you use power attack? I think you do, actually. Now think about it. Oh, you also got flawless attacks. And you also got weapon specialization. Wow, you got a lot of good options. But if you use, yeah, I'm pretty sure you use power attack, so we'll take power attack mythic. That should be a nice bonus to the damage that you do. What's your deal? We got weapon focus. We already got flawless attack as well. Nothing else that's going to really boost your ability to not miss, but destructive shockwave would probably be useful to you. You should finally be around an amount of strength where destructive shockwave. Oh yeah, you got 37 strength. Oh, because we got those boosts from Lord Beyond the Grave. So yeah, destructive shockwave should actually really help you at this point. Girl, there's nothing that's really gonna help you all that much. You are just weird as a bard. I already gave you the greater castings. Do you have? Oh, you do have endurance spells and greater endurance spells. That's something to keep in mind that I completely forgot. Yeah, we'll give you ranging shots because you're using a lot more arrows anyway. And that's it. We're good. Continue beyond the portal. Oh, Imezlen. Yeah, I'll take all that.
You should not have come here. Areelu Vorlesh, the one you call the Betrayer, have nothing to offer you but death.
Cruoromancer, I will give you the chance to avenge your death. Rise.
Curse you, mortal scum. You have struck ice into my heart. I will devour your souls to loosen its freezing grip.
Boom.
I will defend my dream.
All right. Why is Stauden here? That's super weird. Oh, that's right. You should have some decent stuff. And what's going on with you? She can use that. And that's about the most I'm going to do. As far as I can tell, this battle doesn't really matter. Even if they all get wiped, you'll still win, and there's nothing about, oh, they died or anything like that. Honestly, I don't even understand the purpose of this interaction. Like, if there's no consequences or boost, what's the purpose? Where is Sarkoris? Oh yeah, he's running around here somewhere. Okay. Alright, but see, it doesn't matter. Like, even though they all went down there, it doesn't impact the ending at all. And, oh, snap. They took Stauden Vane out of my team? That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Wow. Okie dokie. Well, I did not realize they would flat out take him out of the team. Alright, give me 1 minute. Okay, we're back and we got Stauden Vane.
Time to act.
Oh, so I should probably rest before going to face Areelu. From Imezlen, we got this +5 Bastard Sword and a +5 Full Plate Army. Okay. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program.
The mortal who ventured recklessly into the abyss has now reached threshold. In Is, you struck down my creator and master Deskari, but if that makes you dismissive of his echo, if you think I do not pose a threat, then you are greatly mistaken.
You didn't want to fight me in the abyss, so why are you here now?
I was hunting the hand of the inheritor in the abyss, not you. And what a good hunt it was. But now things are different. Now you are the prey I covet more than anything else.
Where's Deskari? Is he too afraid to fight me personally?
Master is in the abyss, in his realm. No, he does not wish to meet with you yet. A Demon Lord cannot afford 2 deaths in succession. It will kill them permanently.
Out of my way.
No, I'm not afraid of your threats, and there's nothing you could offer me that would make me withdraw. He lost to you. He lost. The great Deskari himself lost to a mortal. So what happens if I succeed where the great lord failed? If an echo destroys the one its originator could not defeat, who would that make me? What would it prove? I'll risk my life to know. You are not just my enemy, you are my chance. A chance I won't miss.
I actually love this section. I love the dialogue. I love the way he's trying to strive for more. I feel like it reveals so many layers about his character just in those few sentences. Really, really like it right before we show him he is nothing. Yeah, we can keep doing that. We're already hasted. Yep. Excellent. And he gives us a +5 brilliant energy scythe. Not bad. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and take a rest, so that my wands can be at peak performance. Yep, that all looks good. Okay, so we've lost all our buffs, but it doesn't matter. So when I went back so that I could have started Vayne, I went ahead and rested outside. It cleared off his death status, but not Castiglier. I don't know why. I mean, I assume that's considered a full rest since it's at that sanctified shrine. But it did not do what I wanted to for Castiglier. Oh well. Okay. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the road. We will get back to this in the next episode, which will be finally, officially, hopefully, probably the last episode of the series. Very, very excited about it. But that is enough for one day. Hope all of you enjoyed the playthrough. If you did, please leave me a like down below, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.